Hey everybody, it's Joel with Retro Epics, where I rewatch, replay, and revisit old school movies, video games, TV shows, and more, and rate these retro epics and see how well they stand up to the test of time. Today I'm excited to replay one of my all-time favorite arcade classics, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a 1989 beat-em-up arcade game released by Konami. It is based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise, including the first animated series that began airing 2 years earlier. In the game, up to 4 players can control each one of the Ninja Turtles, fighting through the various levels to defeat the Turtles' enemies, including Shredder, Krang, and the Foot Clan. Released during the high point of popularity in the Ninja Turtles franchise, the arcade game was a worldwide hit, becoming the highest-grossing dedicated arcade game of 1990 in the US and Konami's highest-grossing arcade game at the time. Alright, let's go replay this retro epic and see how far we can get on a couple of lives. Alright, we start off with that classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sound coming in, all the turtles exploding out of the sewers. Again, great Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. Let's go ahead and get started. We got to put a couple of quarters in, get us going here. We get 2 lives each. We're going to be Leonardo for this one. And let's go ahead and jump into the game. Hit start. Alright, again, another great little video. Start us off here. We got Master Splinter telling us to jump in, go save April. Love this part. Michelangelo always falling down every time. Scene 1, fire. Gotta get April out. This is where, again, everyone should be, who's played this game, should remember this scene. You're walking through this kind of tunnel, hallway area, fighting through all these guys. Trying to knock everyone down with Leonardo here. Leonardo's, by the way, one of my favorites. Got the long katana blades there. Really good, along with Donatello. Michelangelo's pretty good too. Raphael was the only one I never really liked. I felt like he got shortchanged with his size. Didn't feel like he could hit as many people. Alright, well, we're doing alright. Watch out for those balls. Everyone coming through. Again, if you played this one, this should be the level everyone remembers, right? This is where everyone starts off. This is where you first get to fight all the Foot Clan. You're trying to make your way through. Every time you grab you gotta click, wiggle the joystick, hit buttons. This is true of every one of these arcade games. They're always trying to sneak up behind you, so you gotta be real quick of switching back and forth because they'll do that again, grab you. You got the little droids coming in here. Watch out for that. It'll shock you if he hits you with that. Stay away from him. But as we keep progressing through here, we got all the fire. Again, to me, great graphics. You know, the sounds catchy in the background here as we're fighting guys. But again, you can tell this is Leonardo, super clear, even though this is from the 80s. There we got April there. Fight off more of the Foot Clan in this little office area as we're going through. But again, I think this is, alright, down 1 life. We're fighting through all these guys again here too. Again, kind of keep going back and forth here. The different colors of the different Foot Clan also tell you how strong they are. So how many hits you got to take are the different levels there. So kind of like different qualities of each one of them, how tough they are. Alright, now we got our first boss battle. Alright, Rocksteady's going to come get us here. See if we can stay, oh, no. We got to stay away from him as much as possible. So you're going to have him shoot at you and jump, shoot at you. He'll also kick you if you get too close here, so we got to kind of stick and move, right? So we got to stay out the way, try to, doesn't work perfectly. Try to stay out, hit him, and then make sure you're coming back in every time. Alright, down 1 more. We got him. Alright, now he's flashing red, so we know we're hitting him, we're hurting him a little bit here. Making progress. Oh, so close. Alright, let's stay out of his way here. Knock him down again. Alright, almost there. I think we got, nope. Alright, let's try not to die before we kill him here. Alright, we got just a couple of hits left to get him here. He's flashing real bright red. There we go. Knocked him off. Alright, so we save April. No, of course not. Shredder comes in, steals her. We got a cool little cut scene there. Again, the nice visuals, it reminds me, kind of like comic book scenes or slices from the cartoon. Now we've made it to the second act here. And this is where it's fun too. You see it in the hole there. You have all these interactive elements. You can whack them back. That's always some pro moves there. If you haven't played this game before, they're throwing the manhole cover at you. You can whack it right back. With parking meters, you can hit back. Gotta watch out. Don't fall in that hole, by the way, too. You will fall down there and lose life. So we're gonna try and avoid falling down the manhole cover. Using the fire hydrant there. We got April asking for help. Shredder, of course, saying he's gonna dine on turtle soup. Very rude. But again, we're fighting off all these different guys, and this is, you know, kind of the bones of this game, right? You're going through all these levels, fighting through the Foot Clan, fighting through all of these characters, trying not to have them grab you and get you every time, and just progressing left to right as you're going through here. Watch out for people that jump out. You got the guy there throwing that. Now you got the boomerang guys, which are kind of kicking my butt here. Going through them, just again, miles and miles of guys. As the levels progress, you'll get harder and harder of these kind of basic guys, as well as, of course, the bosses continue to progress in difficulty as you move on to Bebop and some of the Dimension X characters, eventually getting all the way up to Shredder and Krang at the very end levels there as you're in the Technodrome. But again, fighting through just one after another. We got pizza up there. I'm going to try and get up there and get that if I can. There we go. Save back a couple of my lives, get that last life, make it last a little bit longer. This is actually a little easier up here too, because you can't quite get behind me as easily. Stay away from that manhole. Let's see if we can knock this off out of the game. So, got another guy. Let's see if we can get her. Nope. She'll move out the way. So we don't need innocent bystanders. That's good. Again, we got all the Foot Clan guys jumping out of windows at us here. Let's see if we can get them through into the wall there. Again, the fun stuff too is while there's only a jump and kick button in this game, you're doing different moves at different times. Obviously, you can do these jump kicks, but also you see me throwing them into the wall there. You can keep fighting these guys, and you'll eventually do different animations depending on kind of how close you are and how many times you've hit them. You see me throwing them into the wall there again. Come back to me. All right, we're running. Oh, jeez. We're running out of life here, and that's it. Shell shock. So, game over. We won't continue here any farther. But again, we'll just go all the way down to 0 so you can kind of see the end scene here too as you lose. Gives you the nice game over sound, little graphics there, and then we'll tell you where you rank based on how many guys you defeated. So, how well does Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, hold up all these years later? Starting off with graphics, you can tell the game is dated. It was made in 1989. But I think it kind of has that retro appeal that people like even today, that 16-bit look, where it's still clean enough you can clearly describe each turtle, you can see all the enemies. I do think it could benefit from a little bit of updating. Maybe that HD remaster could really benefit here. But overall, can't knock it too much. 9 out of 10. Sound and music for this game are fantastic. They got the license for all of the character voices, the theme music. It's spot on. It's got that kind of retro vibe to it. And again, I can't complain about a single thing. I love the callouts. I love the music. Everything's perfect, so the score is perfect. 10 out of 10. In terms of single player entertainment value, this game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. You can jump in by yourself, you can beat them up, you can go for high scores, you can progress through all the same levels. There's nothing you miss out on with the single player experience. But it gets repetitive by yourself, and it's just beating up a ton of guys over and over again. Overall, the game, can become repetitive, and there's not as much just pure fun as there are when you bring in a couple of other people. So for me, single player fun, I rate it 7 out of 10 overall. Moving into multiplayer entertainment value is where this game really shines though. And while this game didn't invent the 4-player co-op idea, that was actually back in 1985 with Gauntlet, I think Ninja Turtles perfected it. Being able to choose which turtle you want, having each turtle have their own unique characteristics, a little bit different fighting style, different look and feel, allowed people to choose their favorite turtle, allowed them to team up together and fight through all of the levels together. And of course, if you get 2, 3, or even up to 4 extra players, it makes the game that much easier to progress through. So you're incentivized to say, hey, have a friend, come over, let's get through all these levels together. And you get to experience all the same fights, all the same battles. But again, everything's a little bit easier if you got someone helping you throughout this time. And so, to me, 4-player multiplayer is the best way to play this game. And when done correctly with multiplayer, it is a 10 out of 10. Relevancy for old school games tend to fade over time. The Ninja Turtles is a unique one where they've actually kind of bucked the trend on this one. Ninja Turtles have been popular in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, all the way through today. Now, they've been reincarnated and re-envisioned every time. But I still think the Ninja Turtles are as relevant to people today as they were 30 plus years ago. And so to me, relevancy is a unique one where it's relevant today, it's relevant for nostalgic people, it's relevant for new kids, and again, can't knock it at all for relevancy. 10 out of 10. Moving to replayability, this one is a game where I enjoy it every time I jump in, whether I'm by myself or with friends. and it's a great 20-minute romp. If you go to an arcade, if you got $5 or so in your pocket, you can have a great time, enjoy yourself. But it is limited. There's about 20 minutes worth of fun and replayability, because if you brought, say, $10, or if you're playing it at home where you can have unlimited continues, you can beat this entire game easily in 30 minutes, and then the game is basically done. You can keep trying for higher scores, but there's not a lot of replay value for that hour-long game session. But for a quick 10-minute, 15-minute romp, it's a great, entertainable, replayable game. Overall, I knock it a couple points, give it an 8 out of 10 for replayability. So how does everything total up? Overall, I love the characters, the graphics are old school great, sound is perfect, multiplayer fun is absolutely where it's at. It loses a couple of points because playing it by yourself can get a little bit boring, and honestly, just playing it over a long period of time, it's going to get repetitive, it's going to lose a point or two over that. So add it all up, take the weighting into effect, you get a 8.75 out of 10, which is a great score for this retro epic. Alright, thank you everybody for replaying this retro epic with me. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below on what future retro epics you'd like to see me replay on a future video. Thanks everyone.